I live in a really rural area here in Idaho, and um, part of why I like having uh, a lot of different devices and tools, I call them, some people call it, biohacking devices, is that if one of my friends or neighbors nearby has an issue, I can just say, hey, come over and get a treatment. And if it's the right tool for the job, usually they get results. And I've already had a few people use the salt chamber that came over. Woman that gives me IV vitamins, and her and her husband went in there and they felt it immediately. Just a couple minutes, the drainage started to happen. So it's pretty cool how quickly people can respond to this therapy.
Yeah. A lot of people in a lot of the facilities, there's different audiences for salt therapy. So people that actually have respiratory conditions, allergies, asthma, COPD, sinusitis, emphysema, the list goes on, right? It definitely relieves symptoms. I mean, a lot of evidence around that. But then you also look at it as a more of a preventive, proactive way of cleaning out your lungs, right? You brush your teeth. Well, what do you do for, what we breathe in every day? If you had a bottle of water and it was dirty water, you wouldn't want to drink it. Yet we are breathing in dirty air all day long. So we have our own filtration system, and salt therapy kind of helps accelerate and facilitates a cleaner respiratory system. So it's not just for people who have those conditions. Obviously, the onset of a cold, there's studies going on with long haulers of COVID right now. You have pulmonologists recommending it, respiratory therapists, but you also have, because dry salt is anti-inflammatory, and it's one of the key benefits, it actually opens up the airways, much like a steroid inhaler without the drugs. And so that's why people with asthma and COPD benefit. But if you think about it, that's why athletes are doing this now. They're using it in recovery rooms. They're doing it to increase lung function, lung volume, more oxygen to red blood cells, better recovery, better performance, better endurance. So there's other audiences that are really starting to learn about this, including children, where it's really safe. And you look at the kids and how often they're getting sick. I have 4 grandkids, and it's amazing that they're always catching something, at school, and pre-asthmatic children. So it really just fits for so many people in so many ways.
That's awesome. Yeah, I grew up with pretty severe dust allergies, San Diego, California. And I think it was an older house, but it was somewhat close to the beach. So I'm sure there was mold going on, and it was carpeted throughout the house. And, we had the central air, like you talked about, the HVAC system. So I got hit with a lot of different things. And that's not even counting going to work and, depending on, what's going on. I think my brother had an issue where place he was working, there were like metal shards coming out of the air system or something like that, like asbestos or whatever. Or,
Yeah.
it's just crazy what we get exposed to. So yeah, I actually got COVID for the 3rd time recently, after a vacation trip, just being around a ton of different people. And I kicked it pretty quickly, and I used your salt chamber, just 5 minutes once a day.